let's just start out on page 6. What the heck are those 3 identities? I'm not going to have all 3 of these memorized, but I do have the first one. What's the first one? Yes, we got to know that one. Sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. Okay, you guys, how could we get another Pythagorean identity? Divide through by sine squared. We could do sine squared or cosine squared. Doesn't matter which one we do first. But if we divide it through by sine squared, what's sine squared over sine squared? 1. What's cosine over sine? Cotangent. So I'm going to say plus cotangent squared. And what's 1 over sine? Cosecant. Good job, you guys. And maybe it might actually help us to do these before we actually finish this. Cosecant's the same as 1 over sine. Secant is the same as 1 over cosine. Cotangent could be what over what? Cosine over sine. Or 1 over tangent. Nice, right, Kurt? Tangent could be, yes, sine over cosine, or 1 over cotangent. You got it. Good, good, good. So we use those tools to help us get that third one. That third one we're going to divide through by cosine squared. Sine squared over cosine squared? Tangent squared. You got it. Tangent squared. Cosine squared over cosine squared? 1. 1 over cosine squared. Secant squared. Good job, you guys. Okay. I feel like we just put 1 brick up on our wall, okay? 1 brick. We're going to keep building our wall. 7-1. I feel like, again, people were feeling pretty good on 7-1, but I feel like I destroyed your confidence yesterday, so let's just keep building it up, okay? 7-1, we don't know what they're equal to, so let's go ahead and just rewrite things in terms of sine and cosine and see if they simplify. This looks bananas, but this is just saying cosine squared of x times tangent squared of x plus a cosine squared. How might I rewrite tangent squared? Sine squared over cosine squared, I dig it. So this guy's just chilling, cosine squared times sine squared over cosine squared. And then I just have to bring this guy down, plus a cosine squared. Yeah, plus is annoying. Plus is annoying. What do we know about this? Oh, good, that's right. Do these cancel out? They do because they were being multiplied. I dig it. What am I left with? Oh, snap. What do we know about sine squared plus cosine squared? It's 1. Let's try another one. Cosecant. 1 over sine. Cosine's already in terms of sine and cosine, so I'm going to leave it. What about cotangent? Close. Exactly. Cosine over sine. And I think, Bandy, sometimes you might, like your brain's like, I just wanted to cancel out with this cosine, so I'm going to say sine. You know what I mean? Yeah. Unfortunately, oh, wait, here's what I do like about what we have. What happens on the top if I multiply those together? Cosine times cosine would get me a cosine squared over a sine. What I like about that is, do you agree with that? We've got condoms. I like that. So if we've got common denominators, can I combine the top? A little 1 minus cosine squared. You guys, in this red step, in this red step, 1 minus cosine squared. Do you agree I could say 1 minus cosine squared? What would that equal to? Sine squared. Are you guys okay with that? Drew Thomas Roberts, are you down with 1 minus cosine squared? You're down with that?
I'm down.
Do you even know what I was saying?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
All right. So what's
I was already there.
Love it. What is sine squared over sine?
Sine.
You got it. That's perfect. Third brick. Let's keep building. I can't believe I gave up on a question yesterday. I'm the worst. Ooh. Oh, this is 7-2 now. Oh, snap. This is 7-2 because now I have an equal sign. Sheesh. You guys, which side do you want to work on? We typically work on the bigger side to pare it down. Left side. 1 plus tangent squared. Sure, I could rewrite that in terms of sine and cosine, but wait. When I see ones and squareds, I like to look up here. What is 1 plus tangent squared? Secant squared, right? So right here, I'm going to replace my 1 plus tangent squared with a secant squared. Do you want to rewrite your cosecant and your secant in terms of sine and cosine? You don't have to. Again, there are multiple ways that we could do this. How many people are like, I wouldn't have done that? You leaving them for now? I'm down with whatever. Bandy, would you have left them?
I probably would have changed.
Would have changed them. I'm down with it. Ready? So you're like cosecant is 1 over sine. Whoops. And secant is 1 over cosine, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's see if you guys follow my train on this one. Whew, Bandy, since we rewrote the bottom ones, let's go ahead and rewrite our top one. Secant squared would be 1 over cosine squared. Now, bear with me on this one, people. Bear with me with my next step. I'm not going to write divided by these two fractions again. Dividing by fractions is the same as multiplying by the reciprocal. Yeah, KFC. What's the reciprocal of 1 over sine? Sine over 1, which is just sine. What's the reciprocal of 1 over cosine? Cosine over 1. You guys, this is all being multiplied together. Because these are being multiplied, the opposite of division is multiplying by the reciprocal. Now can something cancel? I got a cosine here and a cosine squared down there. So could I go, you gone, and one of you is gone? Yeah? Totally, and that's okay, LeBeau. I'll come check it, though. Then we have 1 over cosine times a sine. Thomas, you're down?
Yeah, I'm down, but I did it differently.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm going to come take a pic because I want to see it. And then what is 1 over cosine times the sine? Multiply those straight across.
It really is the same.
Isn't that sine over a cosine? Oh, snap. Did we want tangent, Bandy? I would have been like, boom, chicka pow, yeah. Secant squared minus 1. I see a squared. Thomas? Thomas, you got this. Secant squared minus 1. As soon as you see ones and squareds, I'd go up here, Thomas.
That's where I'd go to.
Yes?
So it's like sine over cosine.
Wait. Oh, yeah. You're saying secant squared minus 1 is tangent squared? Yeah. I'm going to start with that. You guys agree secant squared minus 1 is tangent squared? We cool with that, GF? Gracie, you down with that? Okay. Tangent squared. And he already rewrote it as sine squared over cosine squared. You're welcome to. Secant squared. Secant. 1 over... What's secant in terms of sine? Cosine squared. Oh, really? Or maybe you're getting better. Or maybe yesterday sunk in better than we think. Or maybe the video was terrible. Do I make my notes ones harder? Yes, because I think that they're going to need more guidance than things that I want you to do on your own. Yeah. But, so I feel you, though. I think it's probably a mixture of everything. You guys, can I rewrite sine squared as sine... I'm sorry. Can I rewrite tangent squared as sine squared over cosine squared? Then, 2 different ways that we could think about this. If you hadn't multiplied by... If you haven't KFC'd, would these cosines just cancel right here? Bandy, guess what we wanted?
Sine.
Hey!
Like, if you started the last one.
Page 7, I agree. The left side looks beefier than the right side, so I'm going to go with the left side. Would you rather write in terms of sine and cosine or distribute? There's not a right answer. You could do it either way. You said, let's go in terms of sine and cosine. Secant would be the same as 1 over cosine. Minus sine over cosine. Well said, Bandy. Okay. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. When we distribute, what is 1 over cosecant? 1 over cosine times 1 going to get me? 1 over cosine. I would just leave it still as 1 over cosine.
I was looking at sine.
You're fine. Oh, yeah, you're right. Then right here, 1 over cosine times sine, I agree, would get me tangent, but I'm going to just leave them all in terms of sine and cosine. You okay? Okay, so you're saying plus a sine over a cosine? You cool if I kind of multiply those together to get that one fraction? Ooh, what about this next one? What's that going to get me? Is that minus a sine over cosine? And why did I get so excited? Because I have a plus one and a minus one. They're going to be gone, you know? And then be careful. What is this going to get me? This sine is really just over 1. So I've got minus a sine times sine. So do you agree I got a minus a sine squared over a cosine times 1? A cosine? Things cancel? Positive sine over cosine, negative sine over cosine, they're gone. And then can we combine them because they have common denominators? Yeah, I can write those together. So wouldn't I have 1 minus a sine squared over a cosine? What is 1, nice Trace, what is 1 minus sine squared going to get me? Bring that over and I'm left with this cosine squared. Bandalish, you're down?
Yeah.
Bandy, look at what we want to get. We want to equal cosine. We're left with a cosine squared over a cosine. Is one of those going to cancel?
Yes.
And we're left with a cosine because one cosine would cancel. Couple different ways we could do this. Number 6. Doesn't matter. Left or right, it does not matter. What's your gut taking you? Donnie, do you want to start on the left or the right?
I'd rather start with the right.
On the right. I kind of like that. Donahue. Me personally, I think it's easier to condense like from 2 things to 1 thing with multiplication rather than make it bigger. So I like starting on the right. 1 over secant, guys. What are we writing that as? 1 over cosine and then just minus a cosine. You guys, how do I combine 2 things that are fractions that don't have common denominators into 1 thing that just has multiplication? By? Right. We got to get common denominators, right? In order to add or subtract 2 fractions, we got to get common denoms. This guy needs a what? This guy needs a cosine. Cosine over cosine is just 1. Whoo! Riker, you got his condoms over here. So now I'd have 1 over cosine minus love. Now that we got condoms, can I go put those neumies together? And I'd have a 1 minus a cosine squared. Are we seeing a habit of these 1s and cosine squareds and stuff? Yeah, if I know that sine squared plus cosine squared is 1. You agree 1 minus cosine squared gets me sine squared on top? Okay, sine squared over a cosine. This is a little funky, but you guys are smart. I need to get a sine times a tangent.
Yeah, how do you like write that down for your answer?
Right, so do you agree sine squared is the same as sine times sine?
Yeah, like I said my answer is like sine times answer.
Yeah, honestly, I'm fine with it because you're recognizing, check this out. Here's what technically we're doing. You don't need to show me all these steps. Check this out. You agree sine times 1 over cosine is still, 1 over cosine. Is this, wow, let me go, purple, is red equivalent to red? Is this red equivalent to this red? Yeah, did I just literally accordion everything out? Yeah. And then can we say, oh, I need a tangent, and I know a sine over a cosine gets me a tangent. So you can jump. I'm good with any step of jumping. Sine over cosine would just get me a tangent. I am fine if you go from this step to that step. I'm totally good with that. If you go from this red to that answer, to me, you've understood it. Am I good with you going from this step to that step not quite. I feel like I gotta see that sine squared. You know what I mean? Don't skip too much. But Thomas, if you're here and you're like, dude, sine over cosine's tangent, then I'm left with an extra sign, bada bing, bada boom. I feel it. Good. Guys, I'm proud of you. And thanks for like not coming in here with the worst attitude of like, didn't get it yesterday, I'm shutting down today. You did not do that, and that's all I can ask for. So thank you. Okay. Let's keep it. You guys, we want to start on the left or the right? I agree. The left doesn't give us much to work with, does it? Let's go on that right. Tangent times cosine. Sine over cosine times 1 over sine. Bandy, when things are being multiplied, life is good because I can cancel some stuff out. Is this one staring us in the face?
Yes.
Yes. What about this guy? One plus cotangent squared, is that a thing? Doesn't matter. So if we would go on the left side, what would we do? And actually, this might be a great brainstorming process that I do want to expose you guys to. What would you do on the left side then?
Turn it to sine squared.
Agreed. So 1 minus cosine squared, I agree is sine squared. And might at this point you get a little stuck?
Yeah, you could.
And that's okay. So here's what I would brainstorm, you guys. Even if you start on a side, do not erase it. You're allowed to go try the other side. I just need one to equal the other in the end. Here's what I would suggest. You're like, dude, I don't know what else to do there. That's fine. What could we rewrite the right side as? Go look at those rules one more time. 1 plus cotangent squared. CSC cosecant squared? Okay, and you might be like, okay, no, that one's cosecant squared. Wait, what's cosecant squared? So could I like use that to let myself know, oh, I am on the right path? You could go from either side, but let's be like, oh, okay, cosecant squared is 1 over sine squared. Do I get to end here? No, because I didn't get the right side to equal like the original left side. But can I go rewrite that now? Can I just use this to work backwards? Be like, oh, well, I know sine squared is the same as 1 minus cosine squared. And that is what I started with on the left side. So starting on both sides, not that you can like set these two equal to each other. You can't do that.
Why
But
can't you just read
I know. It's just like the rule of the game. We got to get a start. But do you see how it can help you?
Yeah.
Go from that. You're like, dude, I'm there. Work it backwards. From the top. Yeah. Guys, let's do one more. Let's just do one more. Whoo-wee. Yikes. Ooh, I see people flipping. I like you flipping. What is 1 plus tangent squared? Oops, I didn't record that.